The October 2020 issue of Kiplinger of Personal Finance just came out, and it talks all about how to create a paycheck for life. So in this video, we're going to talk about 3 different ways besides pension and Social Security about how to create that paycheck for life. Now, first of all, why is that so important?
Well, Amber, having guaranteed income besides pension and Social Security in retirement is very important because the article starts out by saying right here, a paycheck is the ultimate antidote to stress. Now, I want you to think about that. If you've got maybe 1 or 2 Social Security checks coming in each month, maybe a pension check, we're going to give you 3 more ideas on how to get paychecks every month. A household could have 4 or 5, even 6 paychecks coming in every month. Is that stressful?
That's great, to replace that income that you had coming in your whole life before you retired.
Economists, PhDs, researchers from around the globe have concluded that retirees who have a guaranteed stream of income actually have happier retirement. So Amber, it's important because it eliminates or greatly reduces the stress in retirement and leads to happier, more enjoyable retirements.
Absolutely, gives you the flexibility to have the kind of retirement that you always hoped for. So paycheck number 1 that we want to talk about is a guaranteed lifetime income annuity. So first of all, what is a lifetime income annuity? Explain a little bit about to our viewers what that even does for them.
Well, sure. So Amber, what people do is they take a portion of their IRA, 401k, TSP, their retirement plan, and they set it aside to produce a guaranteed lifetime income stream that they cannot outlive in retirement.
Okay, so when is the best time to buy an income annuity? Is it before they retire? Can they buy one in retirement? And how soon after they make this purchase can they start receiving a paycheck?
Well, you can do it anytime. Ideally, we'd do it a few years before you're ready to retire. You'd set aside some portion of your IRA, 401k, or TSP to produce a guaranteed income stream alongside your pension and Social Security to cover your basic monthly expenses. In fact, back in 2011, the U.S. Government Accountability Office said retirees should convert a portion of their savings into income annuity to cover necessary expenses. Now, if you have not watched our Masterclass yet, you should really do that. There's a link in the description below because we actually walk through a 3-step retirement income plan with the income annuity being just one aspect of that. Now, Amber, you asked, can someone do it if they're in retirement? The answer is yes. If you are in retirement and desire more monthly income, then you can simply buy an income annuity and payments could begin as little as 30 days later.
So is this a new product that's being offered, or is this something that's been around?
This is time tested and proven, folks. In fact, 2 years ago to the month, in the October 2018 issue of Kiplinger's Personal Finance, they talked about using an income annuity. We already referenced in 2011, the U.S. Congress was talking about it. And going all the way back to 2007, the Wall Street Journal said income annuities can assure retirees an income stream for life at a cost as much as 40% less than a traditional stock, bond, and cash mix. So these are not new concepts. These are time-tested, proven. We've done it over and over again for hundreds of clients.
So Corey, let's talk about an example of how this might work for some of our viewers.
Remember, rates change monthly on annuities, but to give you an example today with Bob and Kay, our favorite retired couple. They're both age 65, and right now a 65-year-old would receive about 5% of the amount that they put into an income annuity for the rest of their life. So Bob and Kay, if they were to take $300,000 from their IRA, 401k, or TSP, set it aside for income, immediately they would receive about $15,000 per year. Now, one nice thing, Amber, about a lifetime income annuity that doesn't happen with Social Security is that if a married couple has this, at the first death, those payments can continue in full. If that option were elected and Bob passed away, then Kay would still receive them. In that case, they receive a little bit less per year. It'd be about $12,500 for either one of their lives.
So one thing that we really love about this product is that if the account reaches 0 and you're still alive, the money keeps coming. You cannot outlive it.
Paycheck for life, baby.
But should you pass away before the account balance reaches zero, your beneficiaries get the balance.
That's right. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. You can't outlive the money. If you don't spend it all, it's still going to your beneficiaries.
Absolutely. Okay, the second paycheck that the article discusses is the reverse mortgage. Now, I know that most people have heard of this at least, but maybe people are unfamiliar about what it means or how it works. So tell us a little bit about that.
Reverse mortgages have gotten much better in the past several years as the federal government has come in to regulate these things, Amber. The best description I've found to explain a reverse mortgage actually comes from a federal government website. It says when you have a regular mortgage, you pay the lender every month to buy your home over time. But in a reverse mortgage, you get a loan in which the lender pays you. Reverse mortgages take part of the equity in your home and convert it to payments to you. The money you get is usually tax-free because it's just home equity.
So can anybody do this? Can someone in their 40s do it?
Nope. In order to do a reverse mortgage, you must be at least 62 years of age or older. It must be on your primary residence. Now, the amount that you'll receive, Amber, is actually based on the borrower's age or ages in a married couple and the home value. The older you are and the higher home value you have, the more you can receive each month. Now, this is important to know that you're getting money from the lender each month. You're not paying them. So each month, that mortgage against your home just builds and builds and builds. And it becomes due when the last surviving borrower either sells the home, leaves the home for 12 months, or dies.
So is this only available to those people who don't have an existing mortgage on their home?
No, it can be even for people who have a mortgage. You would pay off that mortgage as part of the process, and that would reduce then the amount of money you'd get each month, but it's still possible. What?
So what happens if the bank pays you out the entire value of the home and you're still alive and you still need that income?
It still keeps coming. And what's interesting, Amber, is maybe you've got a home value worth $300,000 and the bank ends up paying you $325,000. Not likely, but it could happen. It's a no recourse loan. So the amount that's owed is only what the home sells for.
So give us an example of who this might be a good fit for.
Well, this would be a good fit for people who maybe need a little bit more income in retirement. Maybe you've had some health issues. Maybe inflation is being higher than we forecast. We just need more income. But the opposite is also true. I hope it's for us that maybe at 75 we're still healthy and traveling and enjoying life. We just need more income. Then we can tap that home equity. I want to give you an example, Amber, of Bob and Kay. Let's say that Bob and Kay at age 75 decided that they needed a little bit more income in retirement. If their home value was approximately $300,000, and in this case we're assuming no mortgage, it's $300,000 of pure equity, that would generate about $814 per month. That money can be used for anything they want, and it's tax-free. So again, that might be another reason. If tax rates go higher in the future and pulling more money down from your IRA or 401k would cause you to go into a higher tax bracket, maybe tapping the home equity tax-free is a better idea.
So paycheck number 3 is a qualified longevity annuity contract, or a QLAC. That is a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. And of course, it comes from the IRS, so of course they have to have these super long explanations, don't they?
So this is one that people maybe haven't heard of.
The QLAC is very similar to the first lifetime paycheck we talked about of an income annuity, but it's got a few differences. It's designed to set money aside now that will begin income payments at a much later date. You can defer payments all the way out to age 85. A QLAC, Amber, can also only be funded from an IRA account. And there's a limitation. You can only put 25% of your IRA or $135,000, whichever is less, into a QLAC account. But the reason a lot of people do this, in addition to having additional protection from outliving their money, is there's no required minimum distribution on the funds in a QLAC. So from the time someone turns 72 until they begin payments at 75, 80, 85, they don't have to take any money from that account.
So who would this be a good fit for?
This would be a good fit for those who are worried about inflation or future medical expenses, or they just don't want to have that required minimum distribution taxed for an extra decade. I'm going to give you another example of Bob and Kay. Assume that Bob and Kay at 65 want to set some money aside into a QLAC. At that time, their IRA value is worth $400,000. Remember, the most they can put in is 25%, so they put in $100,000 with the intention that income will start at age 80. If they elect the life with cash refund option, once they turn age 80, they'll receive $1,153 per month for the rest of their lifetime. Now again, from the time they're 72 to age 80, there is no required minimum distribution on that $100,000, just on the other remaining balance in their IRA.
Okay, so what does life with cash refund mean?
Well, there are several options. You can do life only or 10 years or whatnot. We usually recommend life with cash refund because what that means is should Bob and Kay pass away before reaching age 80, the beneficiaries get that $100,000. If they start income payments at age 80, maybe only get income for, say, 5 years and pass away, they haven't used up the entire amount of that QLAC, so then their beneficiaries would receive what's left.
So these are 3 great options for a stress-free retirement with a guaranteed lifetime income, which is so important and one of the things that we talk a lot about in our Masterclass. So be sure to watch our Masterclass to learn more about this guaranteed lifetime income.
Because you can make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Plan now to retire happy.